Hey friends, it's Dan Przowski from allaboutminibikes.com here, and man, have we had a great last 2 weeks. A lot of good things have happened. We've been busy. We were down at the biggest swap meet second biggest swap meet I go to. First biggest is just mini bikes though, and that was a really, really, really good time. And met some of the mini bike friends, people that are on my mailing list, and get our stuff and follow us on YouTube. Which reminds me, please, if you can, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're not subscribe, please subscribe and ask your friends to also, so we can keep the mini bike stuff alive. I go a lot of retro. I like new. I go a lot of retro though also, just at 63. In fact, a buddy of mine, one of the mini bike friends, after I saw him at the show, he ended up sending me some good stuff. Right here is here's a mini bike guide magazine. He sent me this one. Here is July of 1970. It's got a lot of good stuff in there. Gave me another one, sent me another one. This one's really cool. I'm going to post some stuff on here. There's mini bikes. It's kind of, it's simple. It's from 1970. It's kind of like really basic, almost juvenile, but it's not. But when you take a look at it, you see when I was growing up, I wanted to go out to California the way California used to be with Saddleback, a bunch of parks. I won't just talk about Saddleback Park, a bunch of them though, but it was all cool. But one of the big things I want to talk to you about is the mini bike frame, the one we want to put into production. And I'm going to talk about that right now. I'll show you some stuff, what we're up to, what I'm doing, and get you a little bit excited about it like I am. It's been a long time in the making because I can't do everything myself, so I've got to get it done. And so that means it costs, and you do things and they don't turn out the way you want them to, and so it's just kind of goes over and over, but we'll perfect it. And I'll show you what we got
Friends,
going on
so
right now.
we'll talk a little bit about this, but I'll get a little bit. See, this was one of the books. He sent me a few of them. I'll talk about more of them, but I really like this one. It gets into a lot of vintage stuff here. And growing up in the 70s, you'd see this. It's really cool. Bikes, pits, getting ready for the race. Just meandering through some of this. Look at the old bike there. He's getting some airtime. Especially there's a cool one or two in here I want to show you that I really thought, like, look at this one right here. That's like classic. When I look at that, I remember the books, the magazines I would get, and how I wanted to go to California so bad because it was like the mecca of everything. Check that out. Looks like he did an endo. It's really cool stuff. Anyway, look at that. You don't see that out there anymore. Anyway, I thought that's just really neat. But let's talk about our mini bike frame here. The one we've built now. We're coming through with it. We're going to make a few little modifications, of course, because once you get it done, you say, I probably need to change that. And I got some of the ideas from Ray Macrina of a little Indian at the swap meet when we were talking about the old stuff, the retro, vintage, and I was trying to keep with that because these plans that I have here was exactly what I made this off of. So you can see how the tree triple here is done, top and bottom, which really doesn't need to be on here. I still got to put the holes in here. Those sizes were a little bit different. I get the holes in there for the seating. So what I'm working on this week, next coming up in a couple of days, I've got to mount the motor mount. So I'm going to put the wheels on. I got to see if I got to cut any spacers to make it fit correctly. Once I do that, then I put the motor on the plate. I'll line up the clutch with the rear axle, or not the rear axle, I'm sorry, the rear gear, and that's how you straighten it up. You run an inliner with it, and that's how you get straight so that you're not fooling around. Your chain's not always coming off. You can always from there play with your clutch back and forth a little bit, but you want to get it lined up as perfectly as possible. So we're going to get the wheels on there, axles, all that. I'll put the motor on here, mount it up on there tight, and then we'll put it in there and we'll get it all lined up. So that's the number one thing we're doing. Right here, I've already got pieces for a second one, and we're going to change it up. I don't want to tell you what some of the changes are. I'm going to go, again, a little bit vintage on some of the things I'm going to do. But the idea is to both have them welded up and be able to sell them, as well as somebody could buy this and it would come with all the weldments, all the pieces on it. everything you would need. And then I'm going to even make it easier by having actual size tracings, cutouts, so that you could just go to any where they laser cut steel, wherever, you could just give them that. They could sit there and pop those pieces off for you if needed, if you're just buying the plans. But if you're going to buy the kit, it would come with all the pieces you need, the directions, and you would just weld it up together or have somebody weld it together for you. But we're a little bit off on that. So what we're going to do this week here, or what I'm planning on doing, is this. So I'm gonna take everything on here, get it put together, get it lined up, everything I gotta do. We'll put it totally together, motor on and everything. We'll run it. We'll make sure that it's perfect, that it is what it is, because you can't make duplicates from a faulty frame, or you're gonna have faulty mini bikes thereafter. So I'll do that. Once I get it and I know it's working really good, I'll strip it back down. I'm gonna do a paint right here in the garage, like I did on the other mini bike. I'll put it all back together with the scheme and the name I'm going to call it. And then from there, you guys, we'll post it back up. You can see it and see what you think of it or don't think about it. And when we make it available to everybody, we'll let you know. Again, the process has been a little bit slow just because we want to repeat it over and over and over. I've got several frames laying over there. They're all good frames. They're just not what I want. And anyway, so that's what we got going on. So stay tuned, and I've got some other videos and pictures and that I want to show. And I might even show some of this put back there, but I really want you to see it once it's done so you can see how cool it is. And we'll end up selling, also, we're going to redo these. One of the guys has been in the frames for me, hydraulic. He's got CAD and everything. We're going to put it up, new plans, and sell them up like that on our site and on eBay also. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Get your friends onto it if you can also. We love mini bikes, and we like hearing from everybody. And we know everybody likes different mini bikes, and that's okay. So keep them good. Everybody, some people like the big fast ones or the dragsters, and some just like the old 1960s and 70s bikes. So thanks for watching. Comment and keep in touch with us, and look forward to more. Thanks.